Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to talk about player characters. So, Dungeon Master, prepares to run the game. 5 Dragon Masters, the red, white, the blue, the black, the green. They all sit down and they each make a player character. That's a Dungeons and Dragons table. You'll hear other people call Dragon Masters Dungeons and Dragons players. I don't think that's a correct term anymore, and I don't use it. But when I say Dragon Master, other D&D commentators would say Dungeons and Dragons player, right? So that's what I mean when I say Dragon Master. But Dragon Masters make a player character, and we're incredibly fortunate. Like we're in, it's absolutely incredible. We are getting these incredible D&D canon hardbacks. Every 3 months they drop, and Dungeons and Dragons canon is now the very best of third party, right? So D&D is D&D, and D&D is the cream of the crop on third party. It's incredible, right? Like through this new partnered content bridge that I think really was engineered by Sean Merwin. But today, what I want to talk to you about is I think the value on a player character may be far higher than any of us ever imagined. For a shocking reason. And I'm sorry to do this to you. I usually don't. I'm going to bury the lead on this one. We ain't gonna get to the point of this until near the end. So if you have some patience, let's talk about this. So Chelsea Fagan, she is over on the Financial Diet right here on YouTube, and she is a real hero to me. I've been watching her channel for years. She's absolutely brilliant, and does what I do at a professional level. Right? She has literally an entire team who do what I do, make videos and commentate on things. What does she commentate on? She commentates on finance, and specifically on you using your finances well, right? Oh my gosh, I just realized something. Let me stay focused. Yeah, sorry. It's quite fascinating, right? It's interesting. I just realized I've literally never used any of her advice, but I constantly watch it. Like I watched I think I watched every video she's done or close to it. She's fascinating, and she looks at money in a way that I don't think anybody else. Now, I want to be very clear. I didn't follow her money advice, not because it's not good advice. It's because money is a very personal thing, and I have chosen my money path for a very personal reason that has nothing to do with her advice. So, but she did a fascinating video recently, and you know what she said? She said, I'm remaining childless." Now, she's choosing to remain childless. Has a husband, is capable of having, she's not having because there's a problem on either side. In fact, she has every single thing you would possibly need to have children, and she got bank, right? Like she literally gives wealth advice. She has bank, right? She's not having a child because she's poor, right? Like unwealthed. All right, she's not unwealth, she's wealth, all right? But she did this fantastic video where she talked about childlessness today and why, and she also was very open and honest about why she is choosing to be childless, right? And when I was done watching the video, one, I understood, as I understood her, she was like, this doesn't fit for me in my life. It would be very hard, and I don't want to do it, right? Like that's what it kind of sounded like to me. And she has every right to make that choice. I walked away really sad because I was like, you're brilliant, and like there aren't that many lady bosses out there like who are crushing it the way you are. There's a lot of lady bosses. There's more and more lady bosses all the time, but many times they're not able to overcome the obstacles that are in front of them, or they don't really succeed the way you succeed. And so you're this lady boss, and you got the goods. Like you literally have the genes. Like there's an empress in you. Now it dies. It's gone. It's done. It's finished. And what's really wild is like, you're like, oh my gosh, this world could definitely not use more of that person. And then you're like, this world could use 100,000 more, 1 million more of this person, and there's never going to be another. I don't get the math on that, which is funny because she's, our channel's all about finance, right? So it's fine about finance, but I think that's bad math. Like, it's just bad math. But I 100% respect her right to do this. But it was brilliant and haunting, her video, and her videos are always brilliant. Sometimes they're brilliant and delightful, sometimes they're brilliant and haunting, sometimes they're brilliant and insightful. But this one was brilliant and haunting, and you're like, oh my gosh, a lot of people are not going to have kids because they think it's hard, and they're not wrong. It's hard. Well, they think it's hard, and they're like, nope. And every other generation was like, it's going to be hard. I'm going to get it done. And now generations are like, having a kid is hard. I'm going to have a dog, or I'm going to have a cat. But not everybody's going to go down this road. Now, there you go. We landed there. What do you leave behind? Dog's going to die. Dog won't even outlive you, nor will a cat, right? You know what will outlive you? Your player character. Is the player character the most valuable thing Chelsea Fagan could leave behind, right? Could she be remembered by, joining a Dungeons and Dragons table, right? And I would whip through, 10 campaigns, right, before she dies, right? And build provenance for each one of those player characters, and then gift those player characters to other Dungeons and Dragons players. And get this, right? Chelsea Fagan's going to die, and there ain't going to be nobody to replace her. No one will carry her legacy. No one will carry her awesomeness. No one will carry what she did, right? She's going to be gone, right? She's leaving nothing behind by choice, right? But if she chose Dungeons and Dragons, not only could she leave 10 Chelsea Fagans behind, right? With a twist, with a Dragon Master twist on each one, right? But then get this, listen carefully. Future Dungeons and Dragons players may play today's player characters to carry people's legacies forward because those people did not have children. And I think that's fascinating. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.